Hi, my name is Cindy Rang.
I'm Brianna Motzkis, and today's FabriChat.
All right, so was it last week that we made them fill in the blanks?
But the mic is plugged in.
Yeah.
To power, so it's not going to die.
We talked longer than the mic battery.
Yeah.
That's sad. That's sad right there. It was funny, so many people commented and guessed what we were talking about. You were talking about those birds too.
Yeah.
And then somebody else said, is it weird that you were trash talking Houston and your sound went out? I think Houston's got some power. So, but we have said we love Houston. We just don't like those dang birds.
Yeah.
We
like going to Texas.
Anyway, so sorry about that, but we're plugged in now, so buckle up because we got coffee. So let's see. The other thing from last week is everybody was trying to guess your favorite author, and I should have warned you that I was going to ask you about this.
Oh, my favorite author.
Because they were all guessing the red-headed, was it Anne of Green Gables?
Okay, I looked it up, so I think I even put that in the whole box opening thing. I looked her up, and I could not. I'm still looking. I'm looking through some boxes of books that I have. She's got to be in there.
Well, everybody, I mean, like 20 people guessed Anne of Green Gables. You used to read that?
I did used to read that.
But that wasn't the one you were thinking.
That's not the series I was thinking.
Okay, the other guesses, let's help you. And of course, our friend Rachel from Australia said...
I looked up, young girl, red curly hair. And I got Brave, the movie Brave. Okay, yes, but no.
No. Trixie Belson? Trixie Belson books?
Maybe.
Trixie
sounds right.
That was the second most common. Oh, Trixie Belson. Trixie Belson. Everybody guessed that one. And Anne of Green Gables. And, is it Belson or Belden? It might be Belson.
Trixie sounds right.
Anyway, that was the other great big guess. And everybody else, still, my age group people love their Nancy Drew books and Little House on the Prairie and think of them as the best. Oh, this is the other one. Carrie Buck guessed Ms. Frizzle.
I love Ms. Frizzle.
We do.
I really do.
Yeah, that was a big thing. And we found out, when did we say this? This was in all of our shipping,
Yeah, she lives in Texas.
Yeah, there really is a real Ms. Frizzle in Texas.
Yeah. No, I love Ms. Frizzle.
Yeah, I think we even put a note in her package. Hey!
We love you!
We love you! Yeah.
You learn about germs, raindrops.
Oh, everything.
Everything. I love it.
Let's see. Let me look. I think that was it. Those were the big things. Is Anne of Green Gables. And then somebody else said, of course, the classic Pippi Longstocking and what was the other one?
Oh, yeah.
But, yeah, it was the... Anyway, inquiring minds want to know.
I know, I need to find those.
Gosh.
I don't even know.
Reading. And you probably don't read a lot now. You can't really, but I mean, you're reading little golden books all the time.
Yes. Yeah,
Is it still 3 per child per night?
No, we've gone down to 1, but we're on Dr. Seuss now. So it's, 23 pages. So, or I don't know, maybe not. Yes. I get so tired after page 4. It's like, oh my God.
This must have been a sleep. I think we were talking about that before when you guys started learning how to read and we would make you read to us. Yeah. It was painful. Dad and I was like, no, rock, paper, scissors, man. Who has to do it?
I did it last night.
It made me so sleepy to have somebody read to me.
Robert's eyes starts like, you have to help me. I can't do this every night. But he is somehow constant into these little cardboard books. They're 4 pages. It says, Dot is great. And it's like, how are you, how did you convince him for a little 4-page, 12 words?
Yeah.
I said, oh my gosh, they try to find the biggest Dr. Seuss book they can find.
I know.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Hilarious. Well, it's so good for the kids to love books. I think it makes such a difference in school when you can make it through the book that you have to read for your book report and not wait till the last minute because you hate reading. I mean,
they do
Jordan had a hard time reading. We've talked about this before because he's very dyslexic, and so he did have a hard time and he struggled, but he does have such a developed brain in other ways. I mean, he can fix anything. He's just a brilliant mechanic, but was never a reader. Just couldn't. But now you've got books on tape. We were talking this weekend, all of the people that listen to books on tape when they're gardening.
Yeah.
What a brilliant idea. Because, I think it is hard. I love to read, but I almost feel like I'm not very nice to myself, and I feel like I have to earn the right to sit down. Yes. Okay, now that the laundry's done and the dishes are done and everything's watered and I've done all of this, I can sit down and read. And I'm almost never always done with everything. And so when I am reading, I am feeling guilt, which is not good.
No.
That is not a good thing to do to yourself. But Bridget was telling me, books on tape while you're out there gardening. It takes me an hour and a half to read and minimum, to weed and deadhead and water. Minimum, hour and a half once a day.
That's a good idea.
I know.
I never thought about what you're reading.
I would
turn the radio
forward. I mean, I like to be out in the garden, but
it won't be so much as a chore anymore.
Yeah. So anyway, I'm going to do that. I have to download Audible onto my phone, I think.
Yeah, or the Kindle app or whatever.
Or the Kindle
It's super
app.
Easy.
Yeah, I'm excited. I learned a lot this weekend about fun ways to make my life better. And I should just very quickly, this last weekend was our weekend. I took the entire weekend off and participated in Margot's My Feel Good Way retreat. And I have to say, it was kind of fun because I think for those of you guys that were waiting for a report or watching the Facebook posts or whatever, I'm just going to say it's not what anybody thinks it is. And I never really thought about it before because I know Margot.
Right.
And so I know who she is and I know what she is, so I knew what to expect. But I think it's funny because I might have told you this already, but there was, I think, 6 different quilters that came. Yeah. And a couple of them thought, well, they kind of saw the interview and they've watched a couple of her videos. And what you get from Margot is that she is this absolute authentic hippie. She truly is. That is who she is. She loves color. She loves peace on earth. She loves positive vibes only. She doesn't participate in anything negative. She eats very healthy, and she does believe in Eastern wisdom and Eastern medicine, and she embraces all of that. And she is an absolute authentic card-carrying hippie. However, her retreats, I think people thought that we were calling it hippie woo-woo. That they were gonna, that we were gonna be dancing and howling at the moon and using crystals and aligning our chakras and whatever. And not that she would not be into that. That is not what that's not what it's about. It was all absolutely 100% scientific, fact-based. Studies show this is how your brain works. This is what your brain does with negativity. This is what your brain does with pain. This is how to alleviate that pain. It wasn't woo-woo hippie stuff at all. It was absolutely fact-based. And so a lot of people, some people I think were disappointed. It's like, oh, I thought we were going to get more hippie woo-woo stuff. So in the evening, we had a lot of 60s rock and we had fun. But it was all fact-based. And I think that was kind of good because it was that nice balance of knowing that it absolutely does work. And all of us, what a huge difference with the ability to lay your legs flat. And we all had our different markers of things that we needed, and that pain is gone, or that pain went from an 8 to a 2, or and being able to sustain that. So I just want to mention, for those of you that thought we were going to be spending the time at a hippie commune, no. As much as I would love to do that, I would love to do that. No, that's not what it was. But and the other thing, and I'm not sure if I'm supposed to. I never know what I'm supposed to say, so I'm just going to say it anyway because we're friends. She does have another one scheduled for the first weekend in November. Yes. I'm not entirely sure if it's been announced yet. Because
she put it on her Facebook page.
Oh, she did? Okay, then you can find it. Because I know that a lot of the people that came, everybody wants to go home and immediately buy one as a gift for their daughters-in-law, their sisters, their mothers, people that all need this. And Margot's right, if you have a body, you need this. Mm-hmm. And we're holding out also she's going to do a couples one. That hasn't been announced yet for dates or anything, but anyway, yeah, so she has limited space available, and I just can't tell you enough how fun and how awesome it was. So anyway, the hippy dippy woo woo stuff. Unfortunately, we'll have to plan another party for that. So, anyway. All right, so let's see. And speaking of that, let's look. I had looked up a couple of the celebration things, and it was kind of fun because yesterday we missed Cow Appreciation Day.
Well, they make cheese and milk. So.
And Eat Your Jell-O Day. Mm. And yesterday was also...
You know where the best Jell-O is? Is in the hospital.
Well, because you're sick.
Well, it tastes so much better when you make it home.
I never bake it.
Well, I have kids, I guess. But.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like, oh, Jell-O. Cool.
They like it.
They love Jell-O, and I don't know why. They don't get very much.
Do you make it a little bit stiffer and do the cutouts so they have little wigglers?
No, because they make a mess
They would
anyways.
throw them.
Yeah. So we just do like I do the little Dixie cups and put them in there. And so that's just enough that they eat it and realize there's nothing left to play with. So it keeps it pretty clean. Mm. And we'll sometimes do pudding, but they're not huge pudding fans, which is kind of sad.
Oh, really?
I mean, it probably helps me, but...
Pa is.
I know, and they love pudding. I mean, I love pudding.
You're right, because I put pudding in
their lunchbox,
and they didn't eat it.
They weren't full. They weren't... I know, it's super sad.
Huh.
And I'm not going to try tapioca pudding, because that's what Pa said. He was like, hey, give him tapioca. It's like, no, oh my God. No. If they don't want vanilla or chocolate, they get nothing. They get strawberry Jell-O.
That's right.
Or a popsicle.
That's right.
Oh, that's it.
That's right. Tapioca. It's not okay to have things burst.
Yeah, texture. It's just, it's not.
It's a thing. I know. I think people either love it or hate it. It's like cilantro. They love it or they hate it. Tapioca pudding.
It's funny because I was talking to Tracy and she was talking about tapioca. I said, no, I don't want anything. And then she asked about polenta. And I said, no, I love polenta.
Yeah, I love polenta.
I love it as, you know.
That's not the same thing. What makes her think that tapioca and polenta is the same thing?
Shut up, maybe texturally.
No,
but I don't think so.
I think what it is about the tapioca is that it will like
little
burst.
Bubbles. Yeah, little
right? It like
beads.
pops in your...
Yeah.
And polenta is more like ricey.
Ricey. Yeah, that's what I thought. That's right.
If rice and oatmeal had a baby.
You'd have polenta. Yeah.
Love polenta.
I like it for
and
lasagnas.
Grits.
Yeah,
Southern food, because also yesterday was National Pecan Pie Day. And, spoiler alert, we are talking with our friend Jan Kolonic
she said
about a Southern Comfort retreat. So,
and fun fact, she used to teach cooking classes.
I can't wait.
I know, right?
I can't wait.
Super excited.
Yeah, I'm super excited. Super excited. Super excited just to hang out with Jan.
I know, right?
And eat what she cooks.
Oh.
And have her teach us how to cook.
Yeah.
What a fun thing. Yeah. And then sew. But sew and eat. Super good.
Perfect combination.
Yeah. Super good. Okay. And today, more food touching and more food. It's always about food. Why is it that's what we celebrate all the time?
It's the American
It's America. What are we going to eat today? I don't know. Let's see what day it is. Oh, it's National Beans and Franks Day. Not a favorite.
No.
But I don't like, I'm not a hot dog fan. I'll eat like 1 or 2 hot dogs in the summer if they're kind of charred, lots of mustard and pickles on them. And then after I eat it, it's like, oh God. Oh yeah, and a corn dog. A carny.
Yes.
Corn
Carnival. A fair corn dog.
Yeah. Other than that, I can't get past the fact that in the 1980s they passed a law.
You had so much meat in it, yeah.
To make sure that there was a certain percentage of actual meat in the hot dog. They had to pass a law.
Yeah.
That's so gross.
I mean, it was a good idea to try to like make sure you used every bit of the pig and the cow and the whatever animal you wanted to make sure you used it all.
Beaks and tails. No. And I cannot stop. I mean, that was, 40 years ago?
I know, and now you can get vegan ones or all beef ones. I know, but...
Just not a... I mean, you know.
Some things you just can't get past.
Yeah, but... And it is okay for the beans and franks to touch because that's a thing. So that was okay. But
just some good old chili.
Yeah. But it's also today, if you don't want to have beans and franks, it is National French Fry Day.
Whoa! There's a lot of French fry days. I feel like we've had National French Fry Day before.
Well, maybe
it's curly fries or crinkle fries.
Oh, it could be curly fries. I think there was like a tater tot day recently.
Onion ring day. What? Bad food.
And so, how do you feel about stuff on your French fries? Do you like that?
I kind of at least the top layer because I don't like when they get soggy.
Because like there's cheesy bacon fries.
Yeah.
Chili cheese fries.
I don't like the chili cheese fries.
Yeah,
I don't like the
either.
cheesy bacon. But again, I only like the top layer, and then Robert can have the rest because they're now gooey.
They're gooey, soggy.
And I don't like the soggy.
They're not fries. I totally agree.
I don't like soggy.
Just kind of a purist. I'm such a plain eater.
Mm-hmm.
Joey this last weekend made peach cobbler. Warm out of the oven.
Scoop of ice cream.
So good. Fresh peaches. Fresh peaches. And then ice cream. And then she goes, oh, do you want your ice cream on it? And I said, yes, but on the side. So I have my, because it's okay. I just want to be in control of a little bit of ice cream on that. But
because you still have to have the crumble top.
Yeah.
The ice cream will ruin the crumble.
Right. Yeah. Right. That's exactly right. When you know, you know. Anyway, so yeah, that's what we're celebrating. And yeah, French Fry Day. It's also National Delaware Day.
Cool. Good for you, Delaware.
Go Delaware. And then, but there was something else interesting about this week that I was going to mention. What was it? Let's see. So tomorrow, this is what it was. Tomorrow's National Mac and Cheese Day. But it's also, I feel like we already had this. Didn't we already celebrate National Nude Day?
I think so.
Or was it like National Get Naked Day? Or something different?
I don't know.
Because
I feel like we've had that.
I thought so too. Because tomorrow is National Nude Day. Because whenever anybody comes to Soap Lake, we like to take this little hike up to where if you lived in Soap Lake in the 60s and 70s, you know that you were walking up to where the nudist colony was. If you were there in the late 70s and 80s, you know that it is the Boy Scout camp. So people are always concerned when we say we're going to take a walk up to the nudist colony. Most people are not into that. But so tomorrow is National Nude Day. And then this was the one. So Friday is National Give Something Away Day.
We all need that day.
We do need that day.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
not just do your...
And look what else it is.
Tapioca pudding day.
Give away your tapioca.
There you go.
Let's do that. Everybody who comes in on Friday.
We're going to give you tapioca pudding.
How could that be? That's hilarious. So yeah, National Give Something Away Day. So what could you give away? I think that it might be nice to, Rosalie came and cleaned out I still don't know what all I'm missing, and I still refuse to go back and look. Oh my gosh, that's what that is. I don't want to know. I don't want to know. But it's good to have somebody, many people have said, gosh, your friend, when she comes back, I need help. Even Deb Gravel, I need help organizing stuff. It's like, you need somebody who's not attached to your stuff, who can just say, yeah, you're never going to make this, and get rid of it.
Or at least have a pile for you to go through. Just like, you need to go through this, because I feel like we can purge this. Yeah. Or even just going through your closet and finding things you don't wear anymore, and not just taking them to Goodwill, but maybe even just take it to the food bank. So when people are there getting food, they can also get whatever they might need. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Give something away.
Or find a family in need if there's been a house fire, or who knows, something that, a foster kid has been, replaced really fast and they don't have anything. You never know what's happening close to you.
Yeah, that's true. Does. In your church, they probably know who needs what there and keep track of that. Mm-hmm. I think what we could do on Friday, because we film, little known secret, or maybe very well known secret, that we film Sunday's box opening, the one that airs at 12:30. We film that on Friday. So we should do give some stuff away on Friday.
Yeah.
You won't know about it until Sunday. We should figure out how to do that. The first person who buys this, or the third person who orders this.
Yeah,
we should have some fun ways.
First person from Delaware.
There you go. That's what we need to do. How can we send you tapioca pudding? It might not be good. Yeah, so we'll do that. So Sunday, watch for... We have to remember to do that.
Yeah.
To give something away on Friday. Maybe we can even do something in the shop. Have some fun little... for people who actually come in. That would be kind of good. Yeah. And then the other funny thing is there was a comment... I was going to take a picture of that. There was a comment of somebody who... Because people say this all the time, that they love that we're live. And it's always like, when we're not live. You know, we recorded it. And then finally somebody said it in a way that I understand when they said, I love that you're live and not scripted, that you just play it. Yeah. And I thought, oh, that's what they mean. And that's absolutely true. And we've talked about this before, that we have zero script. We have nothing. We have no idea what we're going to talk about for FabriChat. We have no idea what we're going to talk about when we do the box opening, which I think sometimes is fun, but that's the whole idea, is that when you're going to have a friend over for coffee, you just sit down and talk. Yeah. You know, you might remember, oh, I wanted to make sure and tell you about, you know, what happened at the dog park or whatever, but other than that, there's no script for that, and we feel the same way. We and that's why I think people say, I feel like we're friends. Yeah. And that's important to us. We have today arriving a couple of friends that are coming up from Oregon that are going to do kind of a little local shop hop, and they're going to stay at our retreat center. Because if we don't have the whole place booked, I mean, we've got
lots of beds.
21 beds out there. And the group that's checking in this weekend, I think there's 12 people. So we usually always have a little extra room for somebody to come and hang out. So, and it's always kind of fun because they feel like they know us, and, you know, we feel like we know them.
And I'm not sure we could do scripted, just because everything gets us off track to something different. And then, you know, the problem is already gone.
Of something. Yeah. Okay, now wait, where were we?
And who would have to write for us? Because heaven said we would be able to, you know, focus long enough to write.
Right, right. Yeah, I think we could do that. I don't think we could do that. But it is kind of funny. Somebody was saying something about, oh, I only have 5 minutes to see what's new, so I have to fast forward through all of that. And then she goes, I'm really sorry. And I said, I don't care.
It's fine. Look, we don't know.
Sometimes we try to be faster, and we feel bad. It's like, oh my gosh, that was 45 minutes. So we do feel bad. We do try to keep it at 30 minutes. We feel like we could sit and have coffee for 30 minutes, and that is our goal, typically. And box opening, you know, you just never know. And fast forward through, you know, whatever. Yeah, whatever. And tonight I have somebody who's asking. He's not sleeping.
Sorry.
No. I'm not sleeping?
No, I wake up at like 2 o'clock in the morning.
Why? Pain? Nausea?
Well,
worry? Nightmares?
I wish I knew.
Kids?
No, the other night it was Wyatt. He was sleep talking. And so every time he'd start talking about whatever, I'd wake up and like, oh my God, where is he? Is he in the hallway looking for us? You know, so I'd get up. No, he's in his bed holding his stuffy and...
What's he talking about?
I don't know. Like,
is he making words?
Some of it is words, but mixed in with a whole lot of just noise. But he wasn't mad. He was just having a conversation with whoever he's holding. And then Harper's been going through growing pains, but poor little honey bunches. Yeah, she's pretty sure her leg is broken. So she keeps telling me, my leg is broken. But we got ice packs, so she just knows to go grab an ice pack. And
poor little honey.
I know.
Those are
so there's that. But I don't know. And then I go to bed about 2 hours later, and then my alarm goes off, and it's like, oh, that wasn't long enough. Yeah, so, you know, I don't know. It's just, you know, what's happening at the moment. I'm hoping we only have a few more days left of the growing pains, because I'm not sure I can handle it. And Robert's like, were we that bad as kids?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. All of you. I think every kid goes through that. Yeah, they go through little spurts. It'll happen again. And, you know, but when you're a kid, when you're little, like Harper, understand. I mean, she's 3.5, and she doesn't understand what's
and Wyatt's pretty good.
And it is pretty achy.
But, yeah, she is pretty sure she's dying.
I'll give you some of that, yeah. Well, she's not going to be paying well.
No, the ice pack at least calms down enough that she can fall back asleep, and then she doesn't realize until she wakes up again. We just change out the ice pack, and everything's fine, but...
Poor honey.
I know.
It makes me kind of sad.
I know. But Wyatt's got to figure out his growing pains, because she's going to pass him up.
He's so little.
Because
are they the exact
They're the
same
exact
height
same
now?
height.
Yeah, that's why
they're
everybody
like the
asks if they're
exact
twins.
same build and everything. Everyone thinks they're twins. Yeah.
But you know the funny thing, and I think we've talked about this before too. Wyatt, when he has just his bathing suit on, he is like ripped. He has strong muscles, and he's got this shape, you know, to his legs. He has all this definition.
Yeah.
He's not
very
skinny.
Strong.
Yeah, and he's very strong. And he's not. Yeah, he's not skinny. He's just little.
Yeah.
He's just little.
He's just
and
a
maybe
little
he'll get. Was Robert little?
Mm-mm. He was always pretty tall.
He was always tall as a child.
He was always the right, because our kids are way under what they're supposed to be. I mean, the weight's fine, but their height for age is under, but their height and weight are all okay. But they're just little. But
well, and that's okay.
Yeah.
That's all right.
But yeah, Wyatt's strong. But that's he loves to be outside. He loves to haul this big old wagon around and dump it and pick up walnuts.
Run and throw.
Yeah. So he does. He's very active.
Yeah.
And Harper's right behind him because she can't be left out.
No. And she's tough.
She's pretty tough. Yeah.
All right. And let's see. Before we forget, we should talk about the quilt behind us. So, and we wanted to tell you a couple things about this, right? We want to talk about this.
So the quilt behind us is a Lori Schifrin pattern called...
And we kind of think of Lori Schifrin as local. She's really not. She's from Seattle. But Lori Schifrin has been a designer for a long time.
Yeah.
She has a lot of patterns that we really like. And,
yeah. And this one is called Paradise Found. And I actually have one that I'll show you at box openings tonight that I made, gosh, a while ago. Same pattern, totally different colorway.
And oftentimes when we have a pattern, you know, and it shows something on the front, when we make a shop sample, we will actually end up making it very, very, very different so that you could see that, you know, what are the other options. And and that's why it's nice to see the other one that Brianna did, because if you made the pattern and you really like it and you want to make it again, just pick out your own little colors for it, because if you look at it up close, I don't know if they can see it up close, but there's just some squares, some little rectangles. There's just 2 squares and a rectangle here to kind of make this little thing, and then some flying geese and some quarter square triangles. So it's I think it's a fairly simple pattern, but what we wanted to show you is that we kitted it exactly the way that Lori said in terms of how much fabric. And I have to say, as a pattern writer, it is very difficult because you don't want to give somebody exactly what they need, because then if they make a mistake and they cut a 2-inch strip instead of 2.5, you want to make sure you have enough to cut a whole nother strip. So and sometimes there's more left over than what we wanted to have left over, but you know, there's weird cuts or whatever. So we just want to say that sometimes you end up with some excess. This one, I feel like there's quite a bit more probably than you need, but we almost thought that you could make the baby one in addition. I don't think there's quite that much, but the other thing that's really nice is that if you felt that you wanted, you know, we put this mustard in because we really liked that, but if you really felt that you wanted to use that peach instead, you really could move things around a little bit so that, because you do have extra fabric with that. So sometimes that's kind of nice.
If you feel like, oh, I'm, you know, kind of a beginning quilter, but I'm confident in cutting or whatever, this leaves you the ability to make a mistake.
Yeah.
Or not worry that you have to cut it out now to make sure you have enough fabric because it's a kit. So yeah, it's really nice to be able to, or even if you're not a super confident quilter, this is a good practice one. The pattern is pretty detailed as you're cutting a bunch of pieces out, but it's a good practice one. It's written really, really well, so it's very helpful. And having enough extra just in case you get your numbers mixed up and whose fabric is what color. And all of your kits, there are 3 different colorways that we put together. So this is the one, the peach, it's all art gallery. There's more fabric of this collection available, so if you want to do borders or backing, make it bigger, whatever, you could do that, because the pattern ends just like this. There's no border or anything.
And this makes it, we should tell them,
56, this is the lap size, 56 by 63. There are actually 5 sizes in your pattern.
Yeah.
Which is pretty cool. Your kit also comes with binding in case this is all you want to do and you want to get it to the quilter and finish it.
And the binding is this one.
Sweat. Yeah. And then I did label all of these pieces, have a little sticker that says it's color 1, 2, you have 8 different colors, and they're all labeled for you. So you know who belongs where. And the nice thing in the pattern, she does have a little page of it that allows you to cut a little snip off your fabric and tape it. That you know fabric 1 is this one at a glance, or this one, or this one. So it's really nice that she did put that little basic card in there for you. Chart, there you go.
Yeah.
Another one is...
Love this.
What was this line called? I was going to go look at it this morning and I totally forgot. It's gold, black, and lipped white. So it does have a little bit, some roses. You can see that one on the back.
And that's that big outside border.
The big outside, yeah. It's going to be this big piece back here.
Yeah.
But gold and black. So really pretty to accent in the living room.
And then there's another one, it's that same line with pink.
A little bit of pink in it.
We'll show you this again just real briefly tonight at box opening, when we talk about box opening. And then also there was somebody who had a question, they're a beginner, and they asked a question about coping strips and and borders. And I said, well, I would answer her at the box opening because then I can hold up a sample and just answer easier. And it was easier. I started kind of typing in the answer and I thought, oh my gosh, I'm on my third paragraph and I still don't feel like I've made any sense.
And we have some really cool options for some of the quilts I made when I was younger that are coping strips that make it look like it was on purpose. Even though they were to make it, you know, this block is 2 inches smaller. This block is 1.5 inches too small. It's coping strips
is every quilter's best friend.
Yeah. It's a little frame.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To cope with the fact that your block is wrong.
Yeah. And not to make you want to throw that block out and restart it. Leave it. It's all good. Use it anyways.
That's right. That's right.
All right.
That's right. All right. I think that's all we have. I think that I bet we were at 30 minutes.
I don't know.
One last thing. I heard Ketty, the movie that we talked about last time, no cats die.
Oh, good. Okay.
Yeah. I still haven't watched it yet because I was busy. But I have it on my list. So no cats die in Ketty. So,
okay.
Yeah, good. All right. Last little tidbit of, now we're all caught up.
All right, and we will see you tonight, 5 o'clock, we'll show you this quilt again and the other version. We'll talk about coping strips, show you some samples, and then open up some new boxes.
Oh, yeah, there's lots of boxes.
There's lots of boxes.
Lots of boxes.
Yeah. All right.
All right.
Bye.
Thank you for watching our video. We invite you to leave a comment, hit the like button, or better yet, subscribe to our channel so you never miss an episode. You can also visit our Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, or Pinterest pages, or find all of those things and our online store at fabricpatch.net.